Hello, everybody! Welcome to episode 5.
Five,
5. Yes, 5.
five.
Of the Brothers Lim
Podcast.
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 I am Greg, and this is Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
Hi.
And today, we are actually going to repeat a topic. Well, not really, but it's about something else this time.
Yeah, you don't need to say repeat the topic because it's still different in some way, right?
Yeah, well, it's about the same subject. But anyway, it is about the episode we teased at the last one. But before we get into that, we have to do our usual little segment of ours, the YouTube recommendations. So, at the moment, Ryan, what is YouTube recommending you?
Just the usual stuff. Anime, League of Legends, stuff like
I see. You know what's been on a resurgence for me and my recommendations?
What?
Jimmy Neutron.
that. Why?
I don't know. I don't know how
You've
YouTube
been-
works.
you've been clicking a lot of Jimmy Neutron then. I don't know what's...
I mean,
don't know
apart
what
from
that's about.
the scene here, I mean, Jimmy Neutron was an underrated cartoon. I mean, people liked it back in the day, but
I still found it kind of weird though.
why? Was it because it was 3D and stuff?
No, well, not really because of that, but like, their storytelling was sometimes weird, if you ask me. No offense to them, but it was a good show, but like, it's not my favorite show.
Well, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Jimmy Neutron's been around for my recommendations, along with Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, that's a show you guys should watch. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
You know, they might even through the pandemic, they've managed to keep the show going, which is impressive.
Well, some areas have more lenient.
In the US, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I think they do repeats of old episodes and they just comment over it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a smarter way to do it while the lockdown in the US is still heavy. But when it got a little lighter, they started doing episodes again. But the punishments are a little more lax. Obviously, because of everything going on, they can't do anything potentially that risky to each other, even if it would be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know. But yeah, that's a show I recommend to you guys. And yeah, we had a really short YouTube segment, so I think our main course is going to be quite long. Don't you?
Yes. Like
Alright.
a three-piece day dinner,
Right. So, on to the main course. So, today, we shall talk Genshin Impact. Because the other day was the Genshin Impact 1.5 stream.
Update, yay.
And also, we're talking about that story quest from 1.4, leading up to 1.5, exactly.
Not exactly, but yeah, somewhat, I guess.
Yeah, well, like, okay, first off, I do like the stream. I like the stream a lot because they had both the travelers there.
For the English.
Yeah, it was nice to see the girl traveler this time. Even if they mainly use
Zach Aguilar.
Zach Aguilar, the main guy. I mean, it's no secret. Even Mihoyo said, well, they never said, but it's no secret the guy
canon,
is that the guy is the canon protagonist. But
yeah.
it's nice seeing those cutscenes as the girl, watching Lumin's version of events, especially with the story quest from 1.4.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear Zach speak more as well in the bad guy role.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you can hear his voice anytime though.
Yeah, but well, this anime, like for you and me, we actually got to hear Lumin speak
Yeah.
outside of the. I think this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time we have seen Lumin since the start of the game?
For the character?
The character, not us, the players. We've seen her.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
us, the players. We've seen her by watching Lumin players and watching like alternate versions. But like for the characters, for either, this is the first time he's seen her, right? Since
Yes.
he arrived at Tevat.
Yeah, Tevat.
Yeah, this is the first time. If I'm not mistaken, do correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the first time. Ever since, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me as well. What I found really interesting in that cutscene was that even if you have your name, she still calls you either.
Because that's the canon name. And remember, the name they put on the thing, like it's more meant to be your username rather than the actual name of the character.
Yeah. It makes sense, and at the same time it kind of throws me off because like everybody doesn't call you either. She does.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been going around Tevat giving people a fake name?
Canonically, the character would probably go around as Ether, right? The only reason why they call you that other thing is because, username reasons, game wise, that's the only reason. So don't think about it in a canonical sense.
Mhm. But I think we're jumping a little ahead. Let's go into what happened with the story, because it's been no secret since the other episode of Genshin that we did. I really like Dainsleif. I'm interested in Dainsleif to see what he's all about, what a role he plays in this game. Clearly the role is a lot bigger than we thought. It was already pretty big, but now I think it's a little bigger.
Yeah, but the sad part is we probably won't be seeing him for a while because of
Oh
what
yeah,
happened.
very long time, I imagine.
It was more of a teaser, if you ask me.
Yeah. So, as a summary, if I remember the story quest correctly, and fill in the gaps for me in case I forgot something. So they were doing what was it? They were doing like a Abyss Order commission.
Yeah.
They had to find you had to go hunt around the Abyss Order. Dainsleif ended up being there after finding the shrine that contains the upside down statue of the Seven.
Yeah, which was taken from Mondstadt.
Yeah, Dainsleif appeared, then you got into, much like the other Dainsleif quest, he would be there, you have to go around, do things, and he would be there, supposedly, but he wasn't actually there, gameplay. Yeah. But then we get into the final portions of the that story quest. So first you had this Abyss Herald, which finally was revealed to us, which I like to call a Protoss.
Protoss?
Look at it. I mean, look at it.
I don't see it as a Protoss.
Well,
yeah, sure, it has the swords, but
it's got the swords, it's got the style, it's got the feet. Like the general
I don't.
It's like Maiev, if Maiev Shadow Song was a Protoss.
I don't see that. If you ask me, I don't see it. I just see it as Abyss Herald. That's it.
I mean, it's fair, but like I like to call it a Protoss. Zeratul.
Yeah, but
Artanis, but
you're gonna
evil.
cause confusion over here.
No, I mean we can obviously tell the difference between the Protoss.
Yeah,
and
but some people might not even know what a Protoss is. So
the Protoss are the race from StarCraft.
that's going off a tangent. But so let's go back to what we're actually talking about.
Yes,
right?
let's see. You had to fight that thing 3 times.
Yeah. 3 times.
And each time a little bit of extra stuff was revealed. For example, the first time, I think it was like, oh, it's you, right? And he was talking to you. He wasn't talking to Dainsleif. Dainsleif wasn't there yet.
He wasn't there yet.
Says, oh, it's you.
Yeah.
You are the one.
The one. Yeah. She's familiar with that kind of power.
Yeah. Plus, why are you the one? Why isn't Lumine / either? Depending. Why isn't your sibling the one?
No, it's because like you're the one that she was probably talking about, right?
Oh, I thought there was like
Obviously.
a extra prophecy or something. Kind of like
No.
that. The battle pass. No, the Gnostic hymn
Thingy.
story.
No,
Yeah.
I think you're thinking a bit too hard into it.
I mean, I had assumed. Like, I think many people also assumed that was a bit of allusion.
I mean, that's basically a summary of what happened.
What happened to the sibling?
Yeah. So that's probably it.
Yeah. It's a 500-year-old story, so it holds merit now.
Yeah, but it's not really something we can tackle as of the moment, though.
Yeah. Let's see. What happened the next time you Oh yeah, you had to fight him at the wolf's place, Andreas's place.
Yeah, it wasn't too hard.
Yeah. In general, the Abyss Herald wasn't that hard.
It's not a hard fight.
Well, I suppose the boss Abyss Herald that you may end up fighting eventually would be harder than that.
Which one?
Aren't they gonna release like another Abyss?
Oh, that's
Herald?
an Abyss Lector. That's
Yeah.
for 1.5.
I thought they were gonna release an Abyss Herald as a boss as well. I didn't realize that was the only time we actually got to fight it.
No. I mean, if we look into the 1.5 update that's coming soon, we're gonna have some events where it includes Abyss Heralds as some bosses.
Ah,
like along with like Frostarm Lawa Churls, Stonehide Lawa Churls, stuff like that.
But yeah, over the course of the fights, you learn more about Dainsleif than I thought we actually would learn.
Well,
things
we
like
know
how,
what he is now.
yes, not only do we know what he is, we know what he's about. Why he is the way he is, why he hates gods, and
No, he didn't really explain why he hates gods.
I think we can infer based on what happened.
Yeah, but then again, he doesn't explicitly hate them, but he doesn't trust them. It's more of like
Interesting.
he has like a negative connotation towards them rather
Yeah.
than actual blistering hate.
I suppose that's a way of looking at it. After all, I mean, although he did say in Ganyu's character miscellany, though I detest gods.
He detests them, but he doesn't like hate them completely.
Isn't that
He
what,
like
isn't that what detest means?
but it's kind of it's a two-way street, because detest means that you don't really like them and you don't support them. But it doesn't mean he like hates them and wants to destroy them.
Well, yeah. Now that you say that also
if
makes sense.
you
Like, he would
separate
have.
that.
I think he would have attacked the gods a long time ago if he did.
Yeah, but he has his own reasons, I believe, for
Yeah.
not doing so.
Yeah, and let's see what else happened after that fight.
Of course, you encountered your other sibling, right? After
Yeah.
fighting the Abyss Herald a third time.
Yeah.
But that time you're with Dainsleif. That's
Yeah,
that's how you-
Dainsleif. That's how you pronounce his name.
Leif. You could call him Dane. That's easier.
Yeah.
So what happens there is like, you were there with Dane. You fight the Abyss Herald. He loses, obviously, but before you can strike a final blow or Dane can capture him to get info out of him, the sibling appears, right?
Yes.
With a dark sword.
Yeah, a dark version of the sword that they had in the first scene, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, same weapon,
Just
had some evil or shadowy power on it.
yeah. It's interesting too. Like, what really threw me off guard with that story was the part where Paimon was about to explain Kanria, and then you were just like, no need. At first, I thought I missed something when they said that, but then he was like, no need. I know Kanria.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
'cause that's
I have
where he-
memories of that.
That's where he went 500 years ago.
Yeah.
With his sibling.
So, and then there were some very interesting dialogue options in that part. There were things like, oh well, I guess I can't hide it any longer. It was one.
Yeah, because like you didn't really wanna spread that truth that you were
Yeah.
alive 500 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
that's something I don't think even the players knew.
Well,
There were only theories of that.
Well,
there was
if
never
you-
like a full on. Yeah, this guy is 500
Well, I mean,
years old.
if you watched the the YouTube clips, you would know that. That's why I was familiar when he said that. With the Sea of Fire and stuff, because he was awake during that.
Well, is this the one where it's Lumion like running
Yeah,
through a
yeah,
burning? I don't remember the brother being there. I just remember she was talking about like, oh, we'll be reunited once again, brother, and she's running away from what I think we can all guess is now Kanria, burning to the ground and all
Yeah,
that.
probably.
I don't
but-
remember like the brother being in that video until the part where she's watching him from the cliff.
I think it's more you can infer that it was kind of like that because when
Well, I think
Would
that's more of
she-
hindsight. Now that we can watch that scene again, now knowing why she was running, where she was going.
well, either way, I mean, knowing that he's been there since that age.
Yeah.
It's interesting to know, I guess.
Yeah. One thing I brought up in our discussions about this is that funnily enough, this is a Superman Supergirl situation, like one of them woke up earlier than the other one, so they lived through certain things. Only this is like Injustice 2 Superman.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the Injustice 2 Superman, he lived through all that, Injustice 1 happened and then he was evil. And then when Supergirl arrives in Injustice 2 for the first time, that's them.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, turns evil because of stuff that happened.
Yeah, although I don't think like, Lumion had a husband that died or anything.
Obviously.
Well, we never know. 500 years is a long time.
Come on, she's basically a kid.
No,
Look
she
at
looks
her.
like a kid.
Yeah, but like,
You look
do
like
you
a kid.
expect somebody that's kind of weird, honestly.
I mean,
She barely looks like an adult.
But but we can assume they're 500 years old. Plus, 500 plus. We don't know how old they actually are.
Still, you get what I mean.
So they're not kids.
Why are we talking about their marital relations? Well, this is completely, out of whack.
Well, yeah,
What the heck?
that's another. Yeah, sorry, we got off portion. there.
You
But
got
anyway,
off
yeah,
topic. What the frick?
yeah. Well, those are podcasts for you. Anyway, so we get the revelation that Dainsleif was indeed from Canria.
I think we all could all.
No, but he wasn't that. He wasn't that king that Jean was talking
yeah.
about. That's what
He's not the king.
everybody thought. Jean was talking about him.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Yeah. Well, he's a royal, one of the 55 royal guards.
The Twilight Sword.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like 55 of them, which is.
Isn't he the only one left?
55,
Or can we assume he's the only one left?
I wouldn't say he's the only one left, because
He's the only one we've met.
He's the only one we've met. Because I would find it really interesting to find
Others?
other people from Kynria that are still alive, like Dane.
Kaya?
He doesn't count.
No.
He doesn't count. I'm telling you. He does not count. He knows nothing about his origins.
Okay, so it's baby Kal-El. That's Kaya.
Oh.
Doesn't think he thinks he's from Earth and all that. In this case, he's from Canria. He's never been there. So is Kaya 500 years old?
No. That's,
No, I mean,
it's not like that, obviously, but like.
if Canria was destroyed 500 years ago.
He's probably part of some kind of bloodline that came from there. If not, he was one of those.
Then he should.
Captain America situations. He was in an ice block, and then they brought him.
Well, then
out,
you'd
and
think-
then you
you'd
brought him
think-
there.
So there are people who were not turned
Well-
into Abyss
Well,
from
possibly,
Canria. It's possible.
It's a possibility, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, they need to explore that. I think they know. Mihoyo knows that we know. Kaya's from there. I think they need to explore that at some point. They really do, honestly.
They will eventually.
Yeah, I mean, we could also learn about Diluc's side of things, because their family is what are they called? Ragvindir.
Yeah, that's their.
Their
last
family,
name.
I think, deserves expansion on their particular story. Besides, of course, Kaya was adopted. And I think it's obvious he was adopted, but
Yeah.
the fact that some guy, Ragvind, whoever, I assume Diluc's father adopted him, or Diluc's mother, we don't know.
Probably the father. I think it was the father.
Yeah, adopted some black little Canria baby for whatever reason.
I wouldn't say Kaya's black. I mean, he's like
Oh,
tan,
yeah,
but
no.
I don't think you should.
Sorry, I was thinking about that stupid issue that the fans had that
On
the
Twitter,
characters are the characters that are darker skinned are portrayed as scary, and that's not correct. Politically correct.
The
here's the
Twitter
thing.
argument that's
I'm not gonna dive too much into that because I don't want to talk about that. But here's the thing: it's a video game.
and it's Twitter.
It's a video game. These people are not real. You cannot change Mihoyo's mind with how the people perceive them. And I'm sorry,
And
I don't mean to sound racist, but if a guy like that was a guy or girl in Sinyan's case, if somebody was intimidating, regardless of skin color, you'll back away. And this girl had a giant guitar that was basically an axe. There. Not to mention, she's in what is China in Liye. Liye is very peaceful. And then you have a rock star there. Of course, people are going to be indifferent. They're going to be like, oh, we should probably keep our distance. Doesn't matter what skin color they are. If a person's intimidating, they back away. It's natural human reaction.
Yeah, and it's Twitter. Try not to take anything that my brother just said with a grain of salt, because try not to get anything negative out of that. He's just trying to say that
It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's really stupid.
well, then again, that's what I'm saying. It's Twitter. Everyone knows that Twitter is just a place full of random stuff that doesn't have any merit. Like if they have those weird tags that cancel this, cancel that, it's just Twitter drama. It doesn't matter really.
Yeah, it's not going to work. It's like a
It's
change.org petition.
No,
You can sign the thing no matter how many times you like. It's not going to work.
Well, sometimes it has worked, but like I won't judge. But it's Twitter. No need to work talk so hard about it. It's just Twitter. I mean, there are some truthful things on Twitter, but those hashtag cancel this, cancel that. Most of that is just whatever people are feeling because they're salty.
Yeah.
Don't trust Twitter, and let's try to move on from that.
Yeah. Anyway, back to, let's see. Well, okay. So we know now that based on where Conria is, it's nowhere because it's gone. Dane, who is revealed, yes, he knew the sibling. It was obvious from the first time you met him. But also, he clearly has some regret. He has some pain in there. And what I want to know is when he says in the story trailer, "Prove you're worthier than I to save her." First off, okay, is he saving her from the abyss? Is he saving her from herself? From the alien? From the... Oh no, yeah, she's kind of alien. The mysterious unknown goddess. What can he do against a god? Assuming he's not a god. He'd hate himself if he was. But what can he do?
Oh, that's all speculation at that point. There's not really much. I wouldn't say there's much to say other than what we already know. That you will probably,
We'll find out more when he comes back.
yeah, like
If he comes back. I
like
mean,
your journey is going to take you all across the 7 nations, and you're going to get powerful as you go through that. And maybe at some point you'll even have to fight Dane. But the problem
Yeah.
is until then we can't really say anything because most of our information is stuff that we already know.
Yeah.
All that, if you ask me, all this 1.4 did was confirm some speculations and disprove others and maybe answer some questions. But it didn't really open anything up to, what we can look for further in terms of that
I
behind the
think
scenes story.
but I think it allows you to dive deeper into possibly the other antagonist, because not only do we have to deal with the Abyss, we have to deal with the Fatui, who have their own plan. They're not involved in this, as we know. They're not involved in this arc of trying to change the world. Well, they're trying to change the world, but like...
Yeah, but like if you look at the Fatui, they weren't really involved in the 1.4 thing, and like
I
said,
guess they're still reeling from that thing with Lie. I think they're
Yeah.
still reeling from that.
um
Well, Dragon Spine, that too.
more of like we can't go further into the Fatui because we haven't seen anything more yet,
Yeah.
and we can't go further into the Abyss things because that's all we've got.
Yeah. What we do have though is the whole so apparently the people from Conria became Abyss people.
Some died, some
Yeah.
maybe not.
I wonder how those transformations work.
Probably
in the sense that-
some
Can we assume like Abyss Heralds, Abyss, what was the other one? The one in 1.5?
Lecter.
Abyss Lectors. Were they powerful people in Conria back then? Were they important figures?
I don't think it's like a direct transformation of Kyndra's people into the Abyss. I think it's more of a long-term thing. So I
They
don't...
evolved and stuff?
Maybe like either evolved or like they're just a group that wants to bring back what that was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't think it's directly, they were once humans and they turned into that. I don't think it's...
Well, I like to think of it as evolution. 500 years is a long time. Not only that, like people evolve to survive,
Yeah, that's why I think it's not really like because you're an Abyss Herald, you were like a strong person when you were in Kynria.
I mean-
I don't think it's like that. It's more of how much power they probably accumulated during their time in the Abyss Order. But,
I suppose that's a way of looking at it. This could imply like some sort of hierarchy. Or maybe Abyss Mages, Abyss Sissins, whatever. Maybe they evolve, they get promotions.
decisions.
No, the Sissin Mages aren't they
Those
Abyss?
are Fatui.
Oh, they're Fatui. Oh, I got them mixed up.
Fatui Sissin Mages.
Oh, sorry, I got them mixed up. Anyway, maybe there's a method for them to rank higher.
Probably, but it's more of, I guess it probably has something to do with their dark magic
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, and one thing you really had fun pointing out, they didn't destroy the statue.
Yeah, like
They forgot to
why
destroy
didn't they
it.
destroy the That's exactly the reason why they went there. So we can destroy the statue to prevent them from doing other stuff with it. But no, they just left it there. Good job, traveler.
Yeah, looking back at it now, yes, it was at the time, you were busy dealing with the fact that your sister was right in front of you.
Yeah, but like when everything disappeared, everyone left. It was
Yeah.
just a quiet place. Why didn't you just?
Yeah, it wasn't like a collapsing dungeon or
it
something,
wasn't.
right?
Yeah, they could have just
You can go back there theoretically anyway, right?
theoretically, I guess. But then like
Well, there is one.
not getting rid of that thing is gonna bite them in the butt later
Well,
on.
is it though? I mean, what can they do with it? Like the
Remember-
first
okay, the
field
first-
tiller's eye is
Yeah,
not there. It's with Dainsleif now. Dainsleif
but
now.
Dane is with them.
True, but then they'd have to go back to
It's-
Tevat.
But I don't think
Assuming
it's a hard...
they're not in Tevat anymore.
No, I think they're somewhere in Tevat, just a different place, probably.
Alright.
But then, like, he's with them. If they get that eye, they could easily just go back and create that golem thingy.
Mhm.
Easy. Like, or they could, wait and then eventually get it back. And then they put, like, if you go through the story, and later on they get the eye, and then they put it in the golem thingy. We're still gonna get the golem thingy if you don't destroy the freaking statue.
Yeah, you got a point. Also, that was a bit of an underwhelming name. The field tillers.
I think it's actually...
I understand though why they're not designed to fight. Oh well.
No, they are designed to fight.
Yeah, but Ruin Guard. Well, I understand why they call it Ruin Guard. They guard the ruins and stuff. But field tillers?
No, I like... To me, it's more of a humorous intimidation.
Oh, they're
Like-
cutting a swath on the field.
If you think about it, the Kynrians, the people from Kynria,
people. Yeah.
like they named one of their machines of war a field tiller.
Yeah.
Field tiller. So
Like a
can you
farming thing.
imagine, like a farming? Can you imagine what their other creations were like if they just named this tiny golem, which takes you maybe like, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes to defeat, and take a while for some people.
So, yeah,
Like-
and what about the
what-
names of other machines they have? Like the Ruin Hunters, what are those called?
They're probably related to the field tillers.
Field cutters, field.
I think it's...
Those look more like actual
I find it
machines or-
intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
That they would only treat such destructive weapons
as
as
farming equipment.
like they make it sound like farming equipment, like to sow the seeds of whatever destruction or whatever.
I suppose that's a way of looking at it. The eye of the first field tiller. I didn't think it was
How
that
did it
thing.
get to Mondstadt? That's so weird.
How did it get up there?
No, it probably climbed. I mean, it's not like they can't. But what I'm wondering is that how is that the first one?
It looks nothing. I expected it to be bigger. I mean, I understand it's small because the
yeah.
others aren't that. The other eventual field tillers weren't that big either. So I guess they figured out the size on
I'm
the
just
first try.
wondering, like, how is that the first one, and how did it get there without being damaged after all these years?
Yeah, wasn't the Valin still there?
Like,
Wouldn't he have just or is it too small that he wouldn't have noticed?
I don't know, but remember that it was an incident. It was a story, right? They said where it was shooting missiles everywhere.
Oh yeah. Because you get close to it and all that.
My question is like, what the heck? Like, how did this one thing, the prototype of their devices from Kynria, survive 500 years, then
it's-
walk into Mondstadt shooting missiles everywhere without being damaged, and just left there after a while? Like,
Well,
what? It's
I mean,
it's weird.
well, we don't know the state of these people 500 years ago. Like maybe they were more primitive than they are now. Is one thing to consider.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like,
Well, I
this,
get.
that was probably the first
Uh,
machine they've ever seen in their lives.
Like that. Well, I wouldn't say they're primitive because we haven't been to Fontaine yet.
True, but like, for the people, the people of Mondstadt are essentially medieval, if not Renaissance-esque
Yeah, I guess.
in a way.
Somewhat Renaissance.
You show up with a walking robot, they're gonna get culture shocked, right? And not only that, the thing launches missiles. If we're assuming gameplay wise, the thing launches missiles really fast.
Yeah, and they call it fireballs. They
Yeah,
don't
you know,
it's
they didn't know it was missiles, right? So I can understand them being panicky, running away. One field pillar did all that. That was impressive, actually.
I mean, that was the prototype, and like Dane said, it was, it didn't have the limitations.
You're right.
That's why it was doing all that random running away,
Yeah.
and, all around.
Oh wait, but wait, it did get damaged. Didn't the
Wait.
wolf say he fought it,
He fought it.
or
but
did he fight another one?
No, he fought that thing, and then it just ran into Stormterror's lair, and then.
So it was
top
damaged.
tower. Well, I
It
guess-
still did that damaged.
Well, I mean, no, it was a prototype.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I want to expect it just to be spinning and shooting missiles everywhere, and then climbing a building, shooting missiles everywhere, and then just sitting down and dying.
Maybe it ran out of battery or something.
I don't know what those things run on.
Yeah, you know what would be? It would be nice to finally meet that scientist Fatui. Maybe he can explain things, even if he is Fatui. What's his name? He's in the manga.
He's called the Professor.
Yeah, he's in the manga in the Genshin manga.
I forgot what's his
Doctor.
his name.
Is he doctor or professor?
His title is the Professor. Because, like, if you look at the Genshin wiki, you can actually see the
You
12.
can actually see him.
The
right?
12 Fatu. The 12, right? 12 Fatui?
12 Fatui.
12 Fatui Harbingers and their names and titles.
Yeah, we only know
Like,
five.
because each of their names are actually from a play. A
What's-
Spanish play.
What's child from?
His name, Tartaglia.
Or you mean their real names?
And his alias in the play was Child.
What play is that?
I forgot what it was called. It's some comedy, like dramatic comedy or something like that. Like, La Senora is the fair lady.
Scaramouche?
Scaramouche is the balladeer. Like that. The exact names were like mirrored there.
Well, then what about their boss? Oh no, she's not Fatui. Sorry.
Pulcinella.
Pulcinella? Yeah.
That's her name.
Yeah.
Her thing is a translation for master/servant. It has the same name. That's a discussion for later on. I mean, you can talk to me about it. I have lots of info on it.
Oh yeah, you can throw that in here another time.
Yeah.
Make that another Genshin episode.
The 12 Fatui Harbingers, yeah.
But then what? So we know now that they were ancient beings that ancient in the sense that they had machines and then they were extinct. Kind of. Sorry to bring up this comparison, kind of Xenoblade-esque, a little bit.
Like Mekon.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Except they're not as prevalent. Although I think the Mechon are like roaming around. These guys are just.
Most Mekon are kind of sentient.
Yeah, but I mean, Ruin Guards, they still follow like a directive. Whatever
not
that directive
anymore.
is, like.
Not anymore. The ones we fight don't have directive anymore.
Well,
They're
I mean,
just
I
there
think their
because
directive
they're-
is foreign
Eliminate foreign-
eliminate foreign enemy.
Yeah, but they
things like
can't
that.
really detect any of that in the
Yeah.
first place. So
We have not seen a sentient Ruin Guard. We've only seen Ruin Guards that follow the Prime, whatever that directive was.
those ruin guards is partially one of the reasons why I want to see like more people who survived that long, like Dane.
Oh yeah,
Because I want to
definitely.
see who designed all of these ruin
And how.
stuff. Like I want to see that type of character.
Oh,
na
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like he's really smart
Yeah.
and he designs all of these things and that's all he's interested in.
Well, I don't think he'd be alive. He or she would be alive.
Well, that's the thing. But like, I would love
If-
to see something like that.
if they were alive, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I like stuff like that. I
Yeah.
would love to see it.
Because we can only count on your sister or brother, Dane,
Dane.
being straight people from Kanria. Like they're from there. They saw
Yeah.
it all. They saw it happen. Kaya is a descendant, if you want to put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't really know. We know he's from there. We just don't know how he got here. He knows nothing. We assume he knows nothing about Kanria anyway.
Yeah, but who knows? Kaya's
He's a mysterious guy.
He's a mysterious guy. Yeah.
Very smart guy too.
Yeah, I think have we covered the 1.4?
There was one
Conquest?
more thing I wanted to ask. I forgot what it was. Okay, no. We said like Dane will probably show up way later.
Yeah.
Expect him to
Don't-
come back. Sumeru, if I can make a guess.
Sumeru.
We won't see him at all in Inazuma.
I don't think Sumeru. I don't think so.
You're looking for knowledge on certain things. You'll find records of Conrad
The
there, I'm
Library of
sure.
Wisdom.
And I think Dane might show up to correct certain facts. There's gonna be those scenes where he's like, "Yes, I remember this. I
don't.
remember this day very clearly."
The main reason why I don't think so is because if he comes back, there's gonna be a lot of questions that comes from you.
Oh yeah, it's like, what are you
And-
doing here? How'd you survive? Where's the eye?
Tell us what happened. There's a lot of questions that are gonna happen. So I feel like that kind of stuff is for a later date.
Well,
Like
here's
a
what
really later date.
I know, but I mean, yeah, I mean, people expect Dane probably when all the regions are out already.
Yes.
Only then is Dane actually playable. I assume he's playable.
Playability, we'll see.
It's gonna break my heart if this entire time he was never gonna be playable.
Yeah, you never know. There could be some people who never are actually playable. Madam
Yeah.
Ping.
No, okay. Madam Ping still has that old person, the old woman design to her. A little unique because she's a adepti, but like, okay, looking at unique design characters, and you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yeah.
They've all been playable so far. Okay, Scaramouche eventually.
Mm-hmm.
La Senora, many of the simps hope so. I'm sure she will be. If they're staying true to their idea, then all the Fatui in theory should be playable. All the Fatui we see in the game.
Yeah, I believe
So I still believe Dainsleif will be playable to some capacity.
Maybe later on.
Yeah, way later. But I say Sumeru in the sense that he could come back. You won't see him. He'll be there.
Most likely, if he ever does come back before the end
Yeah.
of the end of the game or
Yeah.
the like
You won't see
Naya,
him. You either
probably
see
won't
him.
see him. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, yeah. I think that was about it. There's nothing I can
I
really ask anymore about 1.4. The whole statue. Are we ever gonna go back and destroy the thing? I don't know if.
I hope you do.
I think people will forget, and it's gonna like you said,
It's gonna
screw them.
them in the butt.
Oh shit! We were supposed to destroy that thing, because I don't know. Was there some sort of explicit thing that suggested only Dane could destroy it? I don't think so.
No, you can destroy it because it's just a statue.
Yeah,
The
it's
only
not
thing
blocked
is that
by anything. It's not like only a god can destroy this. Nothing like that.
no, but they should destroy it nonetheless.
Yeah, and I forgot. Well, okay. Should the traveler tell people what happened?
What?
Well, Dane's gone. No one's
No,
stopping
no,
him.
of course you can't.
Why not?
Because the
Well, okay, you
that
can't
just
tell
leads more questions. Right.
them that your sister's in the Abyss Order. That I understand.
Exactly.
But
You
what
can't
about the
tell
statue?
them that, and
You can ask for help in destroying it or something.
Yeah, but okay, that's gonna cause major panic.
Not if you keep it a secret. Like you only keep
No,
it among.
you
Like you can
if
tell
you're
Diluc
gonna-
or something.
Because if you have to destroy something, you should destroy it yourself. Remember, that's what Dane said. You can't tell anyone about this. You have to destroy it yourself.
Somebody's gonna find out.
I don't think so because that place was hard to find.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, to be fair, yeah. The only reason we found it because the game said it was here.
Yeah, and Dane was there also.
Yeah.
You were with him, so
Yeah. All right.
I think that covers
1.4. So let's get into.
the Archon quest.
Yes. So let's get into uno dot. Cinco. Uno dot cinco.
1.5. The
Yes.
1.5 update stream that happened a few days ago.
Yes. So, 1.5, that stream, I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna enjoy 1.5.
Everyone's gonna enjoy 1.5.
So, just a quick rundown. What was revealed to us? We got the Zhongli banner that's coming with Yanfei,
Yanfei.
Eula.
Yeah.
Yula's coming.
Most of the stuff that was revealed are stuff that we already kind of knew about because of
No,
the
those are because of leaks, but like
Yeah.
for a rundown, it's the
two
two new
banners.
characters, two banners. Yeah.
Yanfei and Eula. Yanfei is your half adepti legal manager of the
Right.
Jising. Or
She's one of
legal
the-
advisor, yeah.
Didn't they say she was one of the rare adepti that didn't have a contract with?
Because she was born in a
Monarchs?
peaceful time, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, she's a pyro catalyst.
Yeah.
So if you need a pyro DPS, she's a good pickup.
Is she a
because,
DPS?
Yeah.
From
she is.
from other skills.
From her stats and skills, yes, she's a DPS. If you're looking for a pyro DPS and you don't have like
Diluc.
Diluc or any of the
Utao.
major pyro DPS, then you can run Yanfei because Xiangling isn't
Yeah.
super good at pyro
Could
DPS specifically.
is she the poor player's Klee?
She could be. She's strong in her own right, I believe.
No, yeah, but I mean, you don't have Klee, but you want to fire a pyro.
Yeah,
catalyst. There
sure.
you go.
That's fine. Yeah, of course. Zhongli is coming back, which is a very big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Since Dong is very versatile and he's like all around support no matter what you do.
Yeah, and after that is Eula,
Eula's banner.
or as I and a few of my friends like to call her, Aqua from Kingdom Hearts.
I don't like that, but
Look
okay.
at them.
I don't
Look
like
at
it.
them.
I
I've seen fan art.
I
They look very similar.
I really don't like it, but okay.
She's got that vibe, you know.
I don't like it, but Eula is our first dedicated physical DPS. So if you guys want to see big white numbers instead of big colored numbers, you could go grab a Eula if you want. She can be built as cryo DPS, but I don't think that's very advisable. Telling you now.
That reminds me, looking back with Yanfei, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was a stat I read that ever since the start of the game there hasn't been a male 4-star that's been added.
That's been added, male 4-star?
Yeah, since the game began.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Who are the added ones? Like Diona,
Yanfei,
Rosaria, Xinyan.
Xinyan.
Are we forgetting someone?
I don't think so. Everyone else has already been in the game, like Chongyun, Xingqiu, Bennett,
Yeah, Razor.
They've already been there since the beginning.
There hasn't been a male 4-star since the game began.
Yeah, because like I don't think people want to really see a male 4-star. But yeah,
Mhm.
of course, I believe that we're gonna get more of those when
Eventually,
we'll
yeah.
get to Inazuma. Because
We'll get-
I got info on that.
Oh,
I'll
are we
talk
getting
about that
like-
later.
Are we getting like a ninja or
No,
something?
I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Let's see. Also, Eula is the only other waifu 5-star that's been released.
There's been like 3. Hello.
Who's the other? Klee is a child.
No. They have Ganyu, they have Hu Tao, they have Yuna.
Oh, Hu Tao, right. Sorry.
Yes. Flat is justice. What are you talking about? Don't
What?
look at me like that. Hu Tao is legal. She's 19.
Is that the legal age?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think.
Okay. Alright.
Thighs.
I thought you were about. Oh, no. Okay. Banner wise, take out Klee,
Ganyu, Hu Tao,
Ganyu, Hu Tao, and
Eula.
yeah, now Eula. We're getting Mondstadt people again, which is a bit of an interesting thing that I suppose this implies some sort of not event, but like we're going back there.
Oh, of course we're going back
I
there.
mean, we were there in the story quest, but only
She-
there in the sense that we had to be nearby.
Eula is getting her own story quest when she comes out, so more
Who did
jobs.
they say she was connected? Oh no, she's connected to Yanfei.
Yeah, we're
Somehow.
not sure how their connection is, but they have a connection.
So-
Also, Japanese Eula, Rina Sato.
Yeah,
Big
that's
claps.
very good. She's a very good seiyuu. I won't hear her voice because I play in English.
I play in Japanese.
Yeah.
So.
I've never heard of Suzy Young. I've never heard her voice because I've stopped watching English dubs of anime because of the whole Kiss Anime thing, and I've decided to swear off pirating sites as much as I can, unless I
yeah.
have absolutely zero choice.
There are still, some anime sites that still work. Wink, wink.
Yeah, but even then, I don't want to rant because
Yeah.
some dub actors are assholes, so I don't wanna risk
That's
said asshole dub voice actors being additional voices in anime that I watch. In the video games, I have no choice. I have to deal with it because
Twitter stuff. That's also Twitter stuff. So let's ignore
yeah, the whole Crunchyroll Funimation people hate
that.
Funimation for
Let's
some
not
reason.
talk about that.
Yeah, that's hero hey stuff. But anyway, aside from the voice acting, okay, Eula, who is a physical damage ice claymore.
Yeah, that's.
I like her style. I feel like that's a character I would main as. I like playing like that. Even if if my waifu is Ganyu, for now, I'm terrible as an archer. I cannot aim to save my life.
But that's the sad
Even
thing
with
though. You
Ganyu,
don't
like-
aim with Ganyu. You don't
No,
need
like,
to
you gotta
aim.
do that charged shot. You know.
You don't need to aim.
No, you
Ganyu
do
is
need
like
to
the poor.
aim.
You don't need to. Ganyu is the poor man's archer. You don't need to think where to aim. You just point it
No,
and
you
hope
you
it hits.
overestimate.
You don't
my
even need
aiming.
to hit. You
You
can
just need to
put-
hit something.
You
right?
just need to hit something. If they're next to a wall, shoot the wall and it will still kill them.
Oh yeah.
Then again, your Ganyu has no.
No,
Proper
I've built.
artifacts.
I've built. I'm working on that because I've got a lot of other things I need to take care of with my Genshin. Of course, obviously I will get to giving Ganyu some stuff. I like building Ganyu even if she's not. As Ryan always tells me, even if I don't do it, Ganyu should be my main DPS. I like. My team structure is to have more than one DPS in case one of them isn't effective. Like, I'm not gonna fight fire enemies with a fire character.
I mean, that's why you should have a support.
Yeah, that's
like
that's,
a
that's what Ganyu is.
a dedicated support that can do damage.
Yeah,
like Dong.
That's what Ganyu is for
No,
me.
yeah,
She
yeah.
does damage. She does a lot of damage.
no
In the battle, I start with her.
But she's not good at she's not a fantastic support. You need a fantastic support who can do damage. That's what you need, not a damage dealer who has a mess support and you
Well-
call her a support.
Well, like for instance, I don't have Zhongli. I don't want to roll on Zhongli's banner because I want to save for Eula.
Did you know most polls are saying that people would rather roll for Zhongli over Eula?
No, because he was there before, so people know.
But
Yeah.
that's how much of an impact his buffs gave him.
Yeah, but the fact they had to fix him.
Well, that's MiHoYo's fault for,
Is that?
they set him
Their
up
fault?
too much as a DPS,
And he wasn't.
and he wasn't when he came out.
Well,
he
he
was
is
really
now.
underwhelming.
But he is now. Is what you're saying.
He is everything now.
Okay.
He's your all-around Geo supremacy. If you have Dong, you don't have problem. If you have Venti, you have even less problem.
Yeah.
If
that's
you
true.
have both, your life is easy.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment to say. But anyway, yeah. Those 2 5 stars. I'm excited to see what's to come. Yanfei. I'm also interested to see what Yanfei
Yeah.
is about. She's a legal manager.
Yeah, yeah. She's cute. She's cute.
Those are.
Those are
I know they
horns.
said it in the stream.
Antlers.
Which part were the horns? The white things? Or
Yeah,
out here
the
on
the one
side?
that's sticking downwards.
Oh, those are horns.
Yeah, those are her
They're not very.
antlers. horns.
Those aren't very solid horns.
Oh, it's fine.
Aren't they supposed to be?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they not always.
I mean, like
Not all-
Ganyu's horns are like really small.
Yeah,
they're-
but she's a goat.
Yeah, so is Yanfei,
Yanfei is more of like a
deer?
deer or
a
something.
moose? I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. But like, either way, she's cute.
Right.
She's a 4-star, and if you're rolling in the Dong banner, you can get
I mean,
her.
that's why I'm rolling. That's why I'm rolling. That's very smart of them, I must say, to entice you to roll. And like what we said in the last episode, is there a necessity to roll again with Genshin? They've managed to do this with constellations. This is a
Yeah.
better incentive. A new
Yeah.
character, and then
A
you
new
accidentally get the 5-star. That's something I never
they
thought I'd see. in a
they
gacha
kind of
game.
did it in the opposite actually for Child's banner.
Yeah, people
Right?
wanted Rosario.
People wanted Rosaria. Nobody
He was
wanted
there.
Child. He
Yeah.
was just there.
Well, I guess this one's a little different. People want Zhongli. They also want Yanfei, right?
Yeah, like
people
if
not
you
want-
get a Dong, you're like set for
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Even if it's C0 Dong, he's still like, wow, what's going
mean,
on?
I
Why
would
can
as-
I take 3 hits from a Lawachurl and not take damage? Like,
People want Yanfei too.
Yeah,
I should hope so.
there's a lot of Yanfei supporters. Salute to all you people out there, Yanfei
Really? She hasn't-
supporters.
she-
She has a fan base. It's nice.
Even if she isn't out yet, that's impressive.
Yeah, lots of people have good fan bases. Like, did you see the Hu Tao fan base?
Yeah,
I was
you
part
were in
of
the
that.
Hu Tao fan base.
Yeah.
I was in the Ganyu fan
I'm
base.
still in the Hu Tao fan base.
Yeah.
Hu Tao
I mean,
supremacy.
I would know. I was in the Ganyu one. I still am. I'm in
Ah.
the Dainsleif one. Not.
That's
Not that way.
Not that
I
way.
mean, I'm waiting for him to come out.
Okay, but basically, those are our banners for 1.5. Child's banner still has like 8 days
week.
left. A week, probably. So, expect 1.5 around the 22nd, 23rd of April, maybe.
May.
Or late. Or May. May, even in May. Probably May, yeah, actually. if you
So
look
aside
at the
from
time.
our banners, what were we told?
I
We
could
got-
talk about the housing system.
Yeah. Let's get
So,
into like. Well,
yeah.
before they did the housing system, there was this other thing they said. It was literally the first thing they said after the character the character. Oh no, the one we were talking about,
Or
the
the
Abyss What is that thing called?
Abyss Lector.
Yes, thank you.
The Abyss Lector will probably be an enemy in Spiral Abyss for the next season of Spiral Abyss.
Ah, that's where it's from. Okay.
You know, you do your Spiral Abyss, right?
Yeah.
Even as far as you can go every
as
week.
far as I can go. Yeah.
Every week, yeah.
I can't go very far, but yeah.
It's fine. Everyone struggles on floor 11 because of that stupid protect the monolith thing. Why did they add that? And why does the health carry over into the next one? That's something I can rant about later on. But like,
All right. Continue.
please remove that from the Abyss.
Or make the monument healable.
Yeah, or make it not have the same health as it does after the freaking first round. That's dumb. It says on the other side. But why does the thing have the exact same health?
Maybe it's a really long monolith. It's like
How
two
does that
sides.
make sense?
I don't know. I don't know how the Abyss works.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, we're getting a couple of cool new events that are coming out, and we're
Yeah.
also getting the housing system.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if I recall, we got the housing, the teapot. We got the Abyss Lector in the Spiral Abyss.
Probably.
There was something else.
The weapons, the new artifacts.
Yeah. It's coming back to me. I
So
think.
while you're thinking
Wasn't there
about
another event that they were gonna give out?
the Marvelous merchandise?
No,
we're
that's
having that
happening
right
now.
now. Yeah.
There was something else.
What's something else? I don't. I know all the stuff that
Are
happened.
you sure?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like right after that, they talked about the weapons and the artifacts.
Was that it?
Well, if you can keep thinking, I'm just gonna talk to the people about that.
Yeah, please do. I'm trying to remember.
So basically, we're getting a new weapon, 5-star Claymore for Eula's banner. Probably it's
Which
called
is most
Song.
likely meant for her anyway.
It is. It has a physical DPS as the substat. So
Yeah.
it's called Song of Broken Pines. It basically, if you have physical damage DPS like Eula, you're gonna do a lot of damage. I don't wanna talk about the effect. It's just a lot of damage.
That reminds me. Zach said something
What?
in the stream. The stories, the weapons have stories too.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Genshin. You can look at each weapon has their own like mini
I
lore
did not
bit.
know that until he said that.
Do you
I
not?
never
do you not
bothered
like
looking.
scroll down like under the effect? There's a small story bit.
Oh, I just thought there was just like descriptions of the weapon themselves. Nothing.
No,
The only time I ever noticed
Sometimes there's
that
lore
was
bits.
more of ascension material.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
It's in Ascension material. It's in talent books. It's also in the weapons.
I never
yeah.
noticed that in the weapons.
You should
so
take
I
a
never
look. There's a lot
bothered
of cool
looking.
lore there.
Because like
But
with the sets comes a story.
also
Apparently. I don't know if
the
that's true.
artifact sets. Yeah. So there's two new sets. There's Tenacity of the Millilith, I think, and the
Yeah.
other one is called
It's the thing.
Pale
It's
Flame?
the thing that's basically made for Eula.
yeah, that's the new physical DPS
Yeah.
artifact set. So 2-piece is the same as your Bloodstained Chivalry. So that's
Physical attack bonus.
yeah, physical damage bonus 25%. But the one after that gives you a lot more damage, and it's not reliant on charge attacks, which is really good. So give that to Eula if you have her, please. We
What
are
is
getting
the-
a new domain.
Yeah.
Though.
What was the first one you said? The one with the Millilith?
Tenacity of
What
the
does that
Millilith.
do? I think
okay,
people overlook
that-
that one.
You should not, because if you have Dong, that is your artifact set. That
Is
is
it?
actually just your artifact set. Okay.
Is it meant for him?
Yes. 2-piece set, increase HP by 20%.
Well,
That's
some people would say that sucks, but
no, not on Dong. Dong scales with HP, and they
Oh.
made it real. Like okay, and then the 4-piece set increases your damage and shield strength after your opponent gets hit by an elemental skill. So all you need to do is use Dong's hold skill, and then you just switch out, and it's still active. You get 3 times as strong shield, and a lots more attack. So if you have a Dong, give that set to him. It's fantastic. I have to farm that when it comes out.
yeah, please do. So while I'm still thinking about what that thing was,
I don't. What are you talking about?
really think there was something we forgot. Oh, right, this.
The boss.
The dragon.
The boss. You're talking about the
Yes,
boss. The
that's
new
what it
weekly
was.
boss. Okay, Azlaha, the new weekly
Yeah,
boss.
how did we both forget that?
No, I knew about that. I just didn't know what you were talking about.
No, yeah,
Like, Azlaha is the new weekly boss. We are gonna get a couple of new cool things from there.
yeah, and a story.
Yes. So, the story quest of Dong, his plus bonus story quest, it will probably relate to that. And he's a new weekly boss, and they're gonna add that system where they're gonna reduce the resin cost for.
Is that a permanent thing or that's just
Yeah,
a thing?
that's a permanent thing. For the first 3 weekly boss battles, you have resin
So,
cost. So you cost 90.
So Storm Terror, the Wolf, and Tartaglia?
Yeah, for the first 3 weekly bosses you choose. So you get
Oh.
it'll only spend 90, and then the last one spends 60.
Makes
So
sense.
you'll have to only spend 150, which means you still can complete all weekly bosses in one day. Which you should. You should always complete your weekly bosses.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that it's a dragon. They said it was a dragon.
The
right?
Geo Dragon thingy,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what is that? The second dragon we've seen in this entire
I
game.
guess, yeah.
Valen's a dragon. He's a dragon.
Yeah, he's more of like a worm.
But he can talk.
Yeah.
Is the other
The
thing.
Valen can talk.
Yeah, but like this one, there's something. I don't know. Like I want to know what this thing's about. Why is it down there? What's it been doing there this whole time? This is the ancient thing that little girl was talking about, right?
Yeah,
Under the tree.
he's a chunky boy.
Yeah, I thought it was the other thing that they released.
Which one?
The other like, the one that. Damn it! What are those things called?
Huh?
No, the other.
The Geovish app?
Yes.
No, that's different.
I thought that was the thing.
Well,
we were talking
those
about.
are like related to him. That the
I
reason
assume
those
those are,
big
like-
guys came out
I assume
is
they're like
because-
descendants of him and stuff.
probably related because they're all Geovish app.
Yeah, they're big
Yeah.
and they're like dry. They look like him. He
Yeah.
looks bigger though.
But basically, they're kind of connected to him. I'm pretty sure. That's why they came out before he did, because the seals on him are weakening. So
Right.
lots of that story stuff we're gonna see in the 1.5 update.
Yeah, this is what I mean, I've been wanting to know what that little girl was talking about this whole time. Now we know.
Yeah, the Mihoyo is very good at world building. They set
Yeah.
they set up things even before they
Yeah,
even
it's
show.
very smart. Yeah, I don't know if Honkai does that as well, but
I don't know, but world building is fantastic. So
Yeah.
what should we move on to events now?
one last thing. There's a hypostasis for Cryo now.
Yeah, cryohypostasis. If you don't, I don't know what it's gonna drop. If it's gonna be different.
It's going to drop the thing for Eula to ascend. Because Eula does not use the
Hoarfrost
Regis
core.
Vine. They don't. She doesn't use that.
So
she
she
uses
does-
something else.
Okay, so yeah, her talent level up material will probably be from the Geo Dragon. So
Oh, I didn't think. Oh,
for weekly
crap.
boss mats, it will probably most
Oh,
likely
crap.
be that one.
Oh, by the way, the thing changes elements when it fights.
Yeah, it does.
So, oh god, they really are pushing. You underestimated Geo for the last time.
No, they did that with no. Ever since Dong came out, Geo has been like, oh, you need to have Geo.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Geo is fantastic.
but what I mean is that people, Noel isn't that used anymore.
Geo
is she?
Supremacy. Have you seen Geo Resonance? It's stupid. Just-
I've never tried it because I only have. I do have two
It's-
Geo characters. I've never used it.
It's stupidly powerful. It's amazing. I love it.
What does it do?
Increases your attack if you're held by if your shield is around you, and if you have Dong, your shield never disappears, so you always have like 30% more attack or something.
Oh.
Beautiful. And like being around enemies, I think reduces their resistance to Geo also. So
Right. Let's see.
events.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay,
the
so-
teapot.
Oh, teapot. Okay, you wanna talk about housing system first?
I mean, what other events are there?
You didn't see all the events. They're gonna have a lot. So
Yeah, that's what
first
I'm
thing
trying to
first, let's
remember.
talk about the teapot a bit.
Yeah.
This will be short because it's just a housing system.
In a teapot.
Yeah. You can get a couple of cool things from the teapot, including like some Primo Gem rewards
Oh.
for upgrading your
Oh,
pot.
good.
And we can also buy this thing called I don't know what it's called, but it's like something resin. It basically acts like fragile resin.
For your
but
house?
no, fragile resin. Exactly the same. It acts like fragile resin, but it has a time limit, and you can buy it once per day
Oh, really?
using your house currency.
I see. I guess fans of The Sims are gonna enjoy this.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna spend a lot of time fixing my house.
True. Like it's a level of creativity that, for me, like I like The Sims, but I never build my own. I just get furnished houses and just put it there. I'm too lazy to put the chair over here, put the curtain over there. There should be this accessory here. This accessory should be there. I guess I might do that a little bit with Genshin, depending on how big of an area your house can be?
It's very big. It's fantastically
Can you
big.
expand it, or is it just given?
You can
to...
add floating islands. That's what I know.
Oh right, I read a post. That's only one place, right? In those floating islands, you can either be in islands
there's
or like
three.
a beach or something.
There's 3 types that you
Yeah.
can have. So
Can you only pick one?
Yeah, of course.
You can't choose the other two.
Why would you choose the other 2 if you pick
No,
one?
if you feel like maybe this one isn't. So
You probably have to spend
Oh, it's
more
like-
currency.
Or is it like the little daylight Sealy? You can only pick one.
You can probably only pick one. Yeah.
Oh, think floating island.
There's a lot of customizability,
what are the other
which
two?
is nice.
Floating island.
The beach,
a
and
beach
the
and,
plains or something.
I might pick the planes. I like the view of the planes.
All
I
right,
might pick
so
that.
let's move to other events. We're gonna
Yeah.
get the rune event. The forgot what it's called. It's like the infusion thingy, whatever. But
Yeah.
basically, that's the thing where you can equip runes to make give you special abilities and whatnot.
So Fate Grand Order command codes.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
And like we can get primo gems for doing missions.
Oh, man,
Kind
you
of
can-
like what happened in Dragon Spine, where you collect the things for fighting monsters.
Oh, I see. That reminds me, I never used the infusion thing that they gave us.
The infusion.
I never
stones?
used it.
Why?
I don't know. It was never. It was
Why?
it was in the back of my mind.
You
Is there
should.
something I'm forgetting to
You
do?
should do it.
I haven't used it.
Why? You should do
Yeah, I
it.
don't know. It's
Whatever.
like I haven't done reputation because I don't really care. So.
You should. You have to do reputation quests. They're gonna add something to that in the future, make it better.
Yeah.
Definitely. But next event will probably most likely be the like labyrinth thingy.
Yeah.
That's where you complete puzzles and stuff and fight monsters inside the labyrinth.
Oh,
you
and
know?
is this the chess game that they're putting, the Wind Tracer or something?
Oh, the wind race is basically prop hunt. You know what prop hunt is, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically prop hunt. You can play with
Yeah.
your friends.
Do explain to people who don't know what prop hunt is.
Prop hunt is basically there's like a group of hunter. It's like hide and seek,
Yeah.
but the hiders can transform into objects.
Hmm.
So you
Smart.
have to attack the objects.
That seems to
and
be a
stuff.
very co-op heavy event.
Yeah.
This
But
time around.
this is one of those types of events that you will want to play the game even if you can't get any more rewards from it. That's a fantastic game, I must say.
Yeah.
Because like if you have a lot of friends, like wow, that's gonna be fun.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun with that with my friends, that's for sure.
Let's see. What was the other? Okay, we got the Wind Race.
Wind Trace.
I told you we forgot
the
stuff.
Wind Trace event, the labyrinth, the infusion thingy.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the talent book double drop
Oh.
later
right.
in the update. So if you need to farm talent
Do it
books, don't do it now.
Oh no! Don't do it now.
Just collect Mora or do artifacts for now. Talent books can be double drop farmed later
Yeah.
on this month. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I haven't upgraded my talents yet for Venti.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. Was that everything?
I think that was everything.
Right. But no, wait. There was one more thing. So this might be a third sort of section of this main discussion. The Inazuma teasers.
Ah, yes. Not much, but we have very nice artwork of how it looks. So, yeah, we can see that they are very islandy
Yeah.
or very ravaged by war.
Yeah.
There's probably an internal civil war going
Yeah.
on or something.
Here's the question: Who's that chibi girl?
If for the people that didn't watch the
you
Chinese
said you had
stream,
information. What is this information?
okay, so for those people who watched the Chinese stream, you know about it. But if you didn't watch the Chinese stream, go search it.
Yeah,
Chibi
English
girl.
stream didn't have this.
Yeah, but basically, there's this chibi girl in the Chinese stream. The voice actress was happy to join the stream at the end to introduce the Inazuma spots. But there's this character we don't know about, supposedly from Inazuma, that was there with pink hair.
Yeah.
The way the Chinese was translated, if you translate it, it can go two ways. Either an old friend of Baal or my old friend Baal. So
Either
the name,
way, she's an old friend.
the what you call it, the
So you're saying she either is
the
Baal
true name
or she's
of
Baal's
the
friend.
Raiden Shogun is Baal.
Yeah.
Much like how Rex Lapis is Morax,
Morax,
and
Venti is Barbatos.
Venti is Barbatos. So Baal is the Electro Archon. So it's either that was her, that's what she looks like, or that was one of the friends, or the old friends of
Of
Val.
Val.
Yeah. Most people suspect that she has something to do with the Yanshang tea house
Really?
theory.
What
Really-
theory is this?
You search it later. But
No. Explain.
I-
Like, there
I
may be
can't
people
explain
listening
that.
who don't know what you're talking about.
search it on YouTube. There's a long video about
What's it called? The Yangsheng
the
Tea
Yanshang
House.
tea house mystery. Because there's a couple of stuff there about a girl with fox ears.
Did she have fox ears?
Yes.
Okay.
So this person in the chibi, we suppose that it's somehow connected in one way or another.
Interesting. Isn't Bal supposed to be like the youngest of the Archons?
The youngest of the Archons is the Dendro Archon in Sumeru,
Oh,
the
right.
god of wisdom.
No, because like, okay, Zhongli's the oldest.
Zhongli
Venti's-
and Barbatos are the oldest. They were part of the first 7. Zhongli is older probably, but get what I mean.
Barbados in the first.
Barbatos is part
What
of the
about
first
the
7.
Caribbean?
The Caribbean was not part of the first 7. He was just the god that controlled Mondstadt before that.
Oh, okay. So only 2 Archons are from the original 7. if I'm not mistaken.
They're the only ones who've lived that long.
They survived.
Morax.
Did the other 5 like die of old age or something?
They passed on. They probably gave up their duties
Mhm.
and gave their gnosis to the next person or something like that.
So is it possible that you can actually meet a former?
That's what
Archon?
I'm actually hoping. I would love to see
I
a
used to
former
be an Archon and I gave it to him.
I would love to see that because that would be so cool.
Yeah. I could see that as a potential storyline. Maybe not for Inazuma, but like as a storyline of I made a mistake giving my gnosis to him or her.
I don't
I
think
need to get it back.
No, not really like that. More of maybe, if you ask me, I would like to see them maybe as a person that the Archon occasionally talks to for assistance because they're probably
that's
wise.
the real Archon.
Like the old Archon is like, he's like the god of something, and he asks once in a while for help.
I suppose that's a way of looking at it. Yeah, we
But
can see that.
yeah, so much hype for Inazuma, lots of
Yes.
stuff going there.
I looked at those I saw those pictures, those slides of what it looks like. Yeah, you're right. War torn, very Okay, I know this might bring up a very old comparison of Genshin. It reminds me of Hyrule.
I don't see how.
It reminds me of okay,
I don't see
Breath
where.
of the Wild. Do you remember those? Okay, you remember like the canyon-ish area where those enemies
Yeah,
are,
but
with the houses are like stuck on the cliffs, and then
the Rito
people-
Village.
yeah, Rito Village, and something like that. If you get what I mean. Like,
I don't see that.
and then I saw sort of like that middle picture of like the plane, like, you know what I'm talking about, that middle one.
Yeah,
It was like part purplish, part
yeah. I get that.
like the Warcraft, like the.
But I don't think it's a really fair comparison.
No, I know,
because a
I'm
lot
just saying-
of planes are like that.
I know, but like, well, that got me thinking. Yes, there's probably a war going on. Clearly, somebody's losing, because they have the same. I don't know. They have the same vibe. Those 3 pictures. It's not an even war, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Somebody's losing. We don't know who.
We'll see when we get there. 2.0 people. 2.0.
Is it really gonna be until 2.0?
Most likely.
Why did they tease it now?
Because that's just the artwork. Remember, they have to start with the artwork first before anything.
Oh,
Because they base their artwork off the actual places in that country.
where in
And-
Japan are those places?
You never know. They could be like a factory or something, like an abandoned factory. You never know. But they base it off the real places, then they translate those artworks into the game, and then they create textures, they create fighters, characters, stuff like that.
Now I'm not so sure if the Fire Archon's gonna live in the Philippines anymore.
I don't. That's kind of a joke.
That's a joke. It'd be really
That's
cool.
a joke.
if
It would
that
be
was
funny,
true.
but I doubt it.
They
I
probably
really
go to
doubt
like
it.
India or something. I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe they'll go to Singapore. The equator's there.
Maybe.
Let's see.
I think that's it though.
That should be
for-
everything unless there's a last minute thing. Oh right, no. You said you had information. Is that it? Or is
No,
there
that
something
was
else?
it. Yeah.
I thought you had, I don't know, something you learned in a leak.
No,
Like-
any stuff I learn in leaks, I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's still subject to change.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't want to talk about leaks too much because, it could get people in trouble.
Oh, yeah,
If I
okay.
say where it came from, right?
Right. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, that's all we got for 1.5, I guess. You know, we got 2 characters, new events, a house in a
Yeah.
teapot. Where's the teapot gonna be?
You can spawn the teapot and touch it.
Oh,
a-
okay,
it's a
like
gadget.
movable house.
It's held item.
You could basically spend the entire gameplay there. can't
Yeah,
you? But you can't
spending a lot
really
of
do
time.
anything in the house, can you? You just hang out.
No, not really. You can hang out.
Yeah, you got the teapot, new hypostasis, new dragon boss thing,
New characters.
new characters,
New-
Inazuma teasers, more questions. More questions, more hype. That's, as usual, that's Genshin. I guess you can say.
Well, I think that's all we have to talk about
Yes.
today.
We have officially run out of things to say with that. I am really not sure if there's something else. There's not, isn't there?
I don't think so.
Alright, so that was it. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoy episode 5. And we hope you enjoy 1.5
Yes.
as it comes out in late April?
Late April
Early
or early
May?
May.
It's basically
yeah.
the same thing.
But don't forget to always talk to your boy Elvis Presley in Marvelous Merchandise to get your primo gems, right?
Yes. Spend your resin, do your commissions. Let's see.
And don't be like this guy and do your reputation quests.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Reputations. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy Genshin Impact, and we will see you all in the next episode. Oh wait, should we do a teaser for the next episode? We did one last time.
What's it? I don't know what it's gonna be about though.
Oh, then I can provide a teaser for this next one if.
I thought I'm not supposed to know about it.
Oh,
Go,
yeah,
you
that's
you
true.
can leave the room and do the teaser there if you want.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. All right, if I decide to think of one, because I have no idea what the next episode should be.
Anyways, but that's it for coming from us for this episode.
Yes. As
Yes.
usual, find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. I will put episodes out on YouTube as soon as I can edit them because it takes a while.
Please edit them.
I mean, there's not much. It's just a picture. We don't really need
Still,
to edit anything, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'll get to it. I will
at
put
least
episodes...
put a picture in the video so it doesn't look bland, you know?
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Anyway, follow us wherever you find your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube and our Facebook page. The
We have-
Brothers... Yeah, we do.
We have a I didn't even know.
I told you we had one.
Okay, well...
It's the page I use for my YouTube.
Okay.
I just
well,
renamed it because I
alright,
figured people would
sure.
actually look at that one.
Sure.
We have
alright.
a Facebook page. Tell your friends. Tell your geek friends.
Yes, and
Yes.
next you can geek out with us next time on the
Yeah.
next episode.
Yeah, maybe next episode I'll use that function where you can send us voice messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us
Alright.
feedback and we will see you episode 6.
6.
6.
6.
See you guys.
Bye.